Mame kwa umane so na mene lawyer Amakye Boateng eni nkomo. Dr. Amakye Boateng eni nkomo na yenya a better appreciation of this very particular issue akoso ewo parliament. Dr. Bibi aboko there. Now, so what chira there ache ewo suahunu bie pa. Enra ni ekoso ewo mrashebedwemu. Constitutional basis of this issue no a day, and how can we relate it to the course of our parliament?
That was a for constitutional basis indeed. Actually, among yourself politics, done in a contest, in an institutional framework, and only the constitution of the country. And now I am kunini etnitini obia fanasi and fancy ha utu na mo we ya constitution no ma ho kwan nti constitution no epese e cure some mischief be and this article no dan ho di say mrasha badwam say e stable because onipa ya predictable onam amanyuko eso ana ko mrasha bedwam okotena ho na bibi kakra bi si one ekofo ne bintamu a titiri company fo ne bintamu a na ne rafi enyema bi na opese odane ne ho ani sambe chiwe na constitution no ani nye ho ebo omo to abama safo no ho ban. In this all shade the way constitution no afremo sa insem na eda adibia dia your friend say the model of representation on say kabamika bi amamu yes I can representative democracy enyina yentimi nkotena na sebedwam enyina yentimi nkotena mampani aso ye ndi enyina kan ye hubom ni ayi nipa ni bi say omunko gina ya namu representation. Ewo representation no eda no ho adi ahodo about what we call the mandate model. The mandate model no prescribe say yeni aye to aba no ye ma nipa bi tumi omun ko gina ya namu na omun son mfie nan no ma san ba ye na ase no the mandate ayedi ama wo mo na se ekwan a ofa so the vehicle a we use here ekọ ma so badwam no se unam amanyoko mu ne ko ya ukotran ho a untimi nsakira wo untimi nkase yedi kan mi fi amanyoko we mu asa akọ amanyoko fufuro mu eba sa obasa mbo achi ene o ma to abama wo no abekasa ade a mo pene so ana untimi enso enye ni se me dane me ho ani me be ye content crawl no ma kuso atena efie ho eno so constitution no ma ho kwan e ba sa ese wo san ko o ma to abama wo no na so na onu mo esan ekofe so mo be pene ana eno nti se wo dane ho ani a your locus in parliament as a member of parliament on the ticket of party A. Emre bia obedano ho ni bia no. Constitution e chese ohene wakonwa no o se ebutu no. Because the mandate was not necessarily given to you. The two abama who on the ticket of NPP and as NDC no. It was the party that was given the mandate. It was not you. And until the constitution no makwan. Papa you free
for me now.
MPP.
Yes, for me now.
For me now.
Yes.
The CA.
Yes.
War parliament.
Mm-hmm.
The content crow. The CA war parliament the content crow. And now. That's when it kapa. About where they are Nimuntino. What to Adamon had done when one man yet the Utin up to NPP ticket so. Say about where they are Nimi Ubejina on the ticket of the NPP. The moment to choose Anamon no happen. The status in Parliament now are affected. A woman MPP for no MPC or Mujitum. You see, the Constitution doesn't care. Say, Anamona what you know, a futuristic, a abattoir dayanim, a parliamentar, a dayanim. The Constitution is not looking at that Parliament because already, Chama, don't remember say Okoto Abanokrani and Tuamao. The Constitution is not envisaging a future Parliament. The Constitution is interested in the current Parliament. Your standing. What is the nature of your representation? A kwambe sona ofaya. Obeye a member of Parliament. A shama oba as counting crow. Sesia yejina hui. You call a drug commission as share. Near MPP. Enipa ejina on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party. Say omo person omo beye masebadwafo on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party. Na ye hu owura siama di bomu a opani owura siama asachira no. They don't want to understand this because they are only looking at the next elections. Who cares about the next elections as far as this issue is concerned? No. We are not bothered about the next elections. You might not win. The Constitution is interested in stability of the current Parliament.
Doctor, so Obi Bisa this interested question say Aka barely less than Busumi Mienu ni akwa. The decision of the Speaker of Parliament to declare that there's 4 seats no vacant no. How is it going to affect these 2 leading political parties?
The Constitution is not interested in this question. The Constitution is not interested in this question.
Interested.
It is interested in the stability of the Parliament. Unnam party esuba stay in it. You see, what the question will be more now? The impact of the Constitution. Now you will be attacking not necessarily the Speaker, but the framers of the Constitution. Meanwhile, they have a job to do, and they thought that there should be something maintaining stability in the Parliament. Said you don't have people crossing from one party to the other, coming out. Look at how Yamanyo Semno, a highly competitive and aggressive. You have so many people who want to go to Parliament. People are paying so much money to become members of Parliament. Bibi say no go to Parliament. Now party B, the last year or the current Parliament year, MPP claim any clear majority, and assuming that they could woo somebody, either an independent member of Parliament or member of Parliament from any other party. Come back to me, you see any influence mechanism bia ma onu pakwa dan ni hu ani am ikodom MPP or Parliament. The Constitution ma kwan and people to cross carpet. There will be chaos. Chaos, you don't see anything. We don't see the positive impact of this particular provision in our Constitution. And
but
Constitution is
Doctor,
not interested in
very well.
And then time should not be a variable in this discussion.
Very well. But
some will say AC Emra then we'll go in for a by-election. The time when the Constitution also I know who said it may be a ultimate and case by-elections. I said me some very nice, and then the provision had to be triggered. And it has been triggered, and the Speaker has rightly ruled that this is the situation as at now. the locals of these people no assistant, and it's by the dictates of that provision. No, I was here butu or more kunya. That's what we got to fee. One more and I told him who.
Na ye constitutional edisi honma, which I know send the guardian principle of ye bibia ye bia, but on moral grounds as a political scientist, no, a quite ben the befaswa. I mean the effects so ben and these two political parties they be in going into election, especially ye be less that bosumi mienu na yetimi awura mo awie. Now the majority now turns minority and minority now turns majority. So ben go call adema all these political parties.
It is uncertain be I mean who benefits and losses the be and near my ben on my marginal so they to aba as a response to some okay some way na so me busa and some ben and on my man to aba no omugina so de to aba omo the party our majority in parliament and the gina so de to aba omo de ediebena and I don't see how it is going to affect the way people have decided to go and vote unless say and some be wa na say Ghana for NPP wa majority in tinu omo de ahye through NDC now oya majority obetumi ayi apie no magina so akama oman ma no ehu to be BS any hodia I don't see how obi aye na dwen say see we see kasem ye me mofra eco free SHS Ghana nso yi ani neat kama me ko to abama Dr. Baumia. How can this thing in the parliament affect that person's decision? If on the other hand obi so gidi say the see kasem ye inflation is very high, exchange rate on background where important a do some way or important yamaba for Christmas. First, come up President Mahama WOHO, not onimsika or the import one container of whatever. And they onimsika or the import one container of the same that's any pay equal to bar. And they're being a bit influencing about war. I don't see how people are reading meanings into say that impact, on the forthcoming elections and that occur 2 months. I
see.
Time and an issue here.
Now,
it's not an issue
very
here.
well. But you share the political strategy to this caller. Political parties, especially the NDC, the NPP, so adapted to this particular strategy ahead of these elections.
What sort of strategy are you talking about?
Well, since it's here, minority abeturning to majority. I'm riding on the fact that okay, since here, our parliament and abano ya bainti. This is a clear indication. Say abano performance and I say abano ni yebi ensheda enko yenti. Monfasa to me nfama ni yenya majority no dodo na etumi reduce even members of parliament from the minority side. No munya dodo our parliament. Betumi the political discussion or of course campaign. No mutumi enya more members to parliament.
Yes, sir. In the Fourth Republic, that to about Asachira Baimu and Prensa. The year 2000, 2008, 2016. Mredut Onua no Samrena Abato and Sachira, Anasan Sachira Mu Ebano. They are not a party or opposition. Any deal could name no. Samrena no. They are not only majority in the parliament. On those 3 occasions, political parties now or more opposition about into government. They don't have the majority of members of parliament there. And once again, how is this going to become an issue? It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Well, Ebinum say,
Hello?
yes, doctor. Ebinum say, I mean, after your markings, emotionally or yet too sound, say, obey the minority, considering the fact, say, assembly by Nanka provided some basis for that discussion, but or ahead to attack the speaker and a feather or also at assembly they are called Supreme Court, and it looks quite dangerous for the majority and now the minority now.
He was shut down by the prospect say or more opposition. He was destabilized, emotionally shut down. He threatened to go to the Supreme Court ahead of say Speaker Enyan Kanshi Kurano. Meanwhile, he is an astute lawyer. And on himself, Oko Supreme Court, you need a substantive case. Now they are called. Meanwhile, no Bian Kanshi on that particular issue. It has only been tabled as a this in our parliament. Speaker Enkan he is bereft of ideas now. He's simply lost. At a time like this, and you who leaders.
I see.
People who have leadership qualities. And in turbulent times, and not in times that BBI okay smooth sailing. In leadership credentials at the form photo.
I see. Very interesting. Very interesting.
At the form, look, the NPP has been very fortunate, but maybe they may not get away with it. The party decided to destabilize itself. People don't want to hear this, but the Nanado's politics are a kind of bad politics. He has been doing a lot of things in the party. They are very fortunate the party is still, pretending to be standing. Nanado's impact on the party, Paula Foko, Pabno Japon, Alanche Martin, Uber Kumasia, some members of parliament are through Nanado's politics. And then, we don't know what really went in. When you have good governance prevailing in a political party, the management of primaries, is such that the party's own rules how long has the NPP been in place? Argentina NPP called primaries confusion Timmy Bahon na anybody be gives a chinchina and make a continue. The party does not respect its own rules. And the leaders in the party have not been forthright to themselves. And the outcome of bad politics in the party, and then what this bad politics in the party, assign with government, and are messing up the economy of Ghana. Bad politics in the party are affecting the government, And when I'm a galam say na jin sem galam say I jin sem. Anado's tenure of office, and you know the kofa galam say no buy a shasye essay so or inherit, but I jin sem I want the tenure. So much so that open say key people in his own party are the kingpins. Bad politics. And the name be breba. Where a joke, after all, is only going to be there for 2 months. The real thing must show in the elections. Ghana has to move forward.
Yo, Dr. Amakye Boateng, mami na wase na bibichiri adwubie mu ebesa about
Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah, Junimo.